Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks for your call. We were talking about how he makes you look younger and how she makes you look a little older. Why do you think that is? Just by the nature of the relationship?
We'd like to say mature instead of older.
Mature, yeah. I was going to ask, you know, most 31-year-old men are not very mature. I mean, they're mature, but not very mature. You seem to be very mature.
It's because of her.
And it's because of her.
Very
He
much
has
so.
become so mature. He was 27 when I met him, and he was very, you know, used to doing whatever he wanted to, spending any amount of money and staying up as late as he wanted and so on. He has become really almost the most responsible of the two of us, you know.
But it's all her influence. I don't think it would have ever happened, especially looking in the group of women that I was looking in, the age category I was looking in, because they didn't have her years, her experience. She gave me something that I wanted at the time but couldn't find in my own age bracket.
Okay. Good morning. You're on the air. Your question, please.
Yeah, I'd like to ask Georgia, or actually both of them really, because it would involve both of them, how she handles the days, the moments, whatever, when she feels every one of those 21 years difference. And, you know, how, in other words, when all the insecurities come on her, when she doesn't want to be anywhere near him, look at him, see him, even her own family, you know, the uglies, and really how he reacts to those days too, whether he just kind of, you know, gives her her own space or what. And actually then too, Craig mentioned that they didn't want the restrictions now. What would he feel, and having been through both situations, what does he feel would be more restrictive about a marriage than what they have now?
Well, the first question.
Go ahead.
The first question was, how do I feel on the days when I look, I mean, like I look my age and more? Is that what you're saying?
Maybe you don't, but you feel that you do.
No, I do. I did this morning at 7 o'clock. Well, I'll tell you what I do a lot of times. When I look lousy on the outside, and it happens a lot, believe me, I get my inner light going. You can psych yourself up, and you can start, and I do it a lot when I really get down. You get something going on the inside of you. It's an inner light.
It's positive thinking.
It's not just positive thinking alone. I am a very religious person, but not any organized religion other than positive thinking and the golden rule. I get that going a lot when I've got those down days, and I have them, believe me, and I cry a lot too.
And I give her space.
But I start my inner light going, and sometimes it takes me a couple of days to get my inner light going.
That's right. That's right. It's not an instant kind of thing.
No,
you know?
no, I can't turn it on like that. But I go inward, and I get that, whatever it is, and then by the time I get it shining, it doesn't make any difference what I look like out here, because I got it going, you know.
Oh, and you said something about marriage?
Yeah. Well, you mentioned, you know, the fact that you have been with Georgia longer than any of her marriages,
well,
and that Richard, I believe, asked,
right, that was,
why not get married, and you said,
yeah, that was the whole point.
That of marriage. In other words, do you literally live together full time now?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay,
yes.
That's what I assumed.
Only when she storms out of the house and goes up north and I don't see her for a week.
I don't do that. I've never done that.
No, we've been together more, I think, than any married couple. With the store out in California that we have, we were together 24 hours a day until we made a business arrangement whereby she would stay at home and practice her singing, and I would operate the store. But up until that time, we were together 24 hours a day, never apart from each other. And if you can do that, it doesn't really matter whether you have a marriage certificate tying you together or whether you just have a strong love.
Yeah, I would imagine that's difficult to do.
Ooh.
I mean, many husbands and wives cannot work together.
We did. We did for a while.
We did for a while, and then
time?
it fell apart. There were a lot of conflicts as far as the business went.
Can't have two bosses in one place, and he's a boss and I'm a boss. And in the shop it didn't work well, and he was better at it than me. He's much more artistic, and he knew the shop more than I.
But when it comes to this type of thing, her career, it's a mutual thing. This is the one thing we've had a strong mediating ground on.
What kind of a performer do you think she is, Greg?
Oh, I think she's fantastic. I really do. I can go back to her first performance at the Backlot when she graduated from a singing workshop. She sang 2 songs. She got standing ovations on both of them. It wasn't a stacked audience. I think she's got a fantastic, fantastic voice.
I wish you could sing for us. That's a shame. Good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Can I go ahead?
You may.
Good morning. I'd like to say that it's really wonderful looking at you and seeing the things that you've been doing, Georgia.
Thank you.
When I turned from the set, you look so much like Cher, and you sound so much like Cher. Her quality of the voice and everything.
Thank you.
I love your daughter. What I wanted to say to you was I'm glad that you took the stand and did what you did. I'm an older woman who's very strongly contemplating divorce, and I want to be able to do some things on my own. And I'm very upset when I see the older men being able to go out with the younger girls and the younger women, and no one's saying anything about it. But if an older woman has a younger man, then she has this constant feeling of shame and guilt, and this is ridiculous.
I'm so glad that you said that. We get more letters. Craig and I get more letters from more ladies that are my age that are saying, you know, please keep on doing it. Please bring it out into the, into the open more, because for years men have been marrying younger girls, 20 or 30 years younger, and nobody has said a thing.
That's right.
And if an older woman has gone out with a younger man, everybody has just been, just scandalized. And there shouldn't be any difference. There really shouldn't.
There shouldn't be. It's that double standard again, Georgia.
Right, right. Well, hopefully we can help a little bit, Craig and I.
You certainly have, and thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you very much for your call.
You know, I have often heard that this is the best arrangement for the woman to be older and the man to be younger, because as women mature, they become more sexually inclined or something. Is that true?
You'd have to ask me that.
You have to ask me.
In a way, I think she did.
Yes, it's very true. I had, as they would say, been around the block a few times, and
Oh, had he ever.
Been around the block.
And I am very pleased with the position I'm in right now in that sense. Very
Can you elaborate?
Can I? Not without
Can I
having
just
your
say
show
one
cut
thing?
off.
He used to be a lifeguard in, was it Ocean City, Maryland?
Yeah.
And also, what did you call it at that
Oh,
nightclub?
there are a couple of nightclubs
That
in
he
Ocean
used
City,
to work in
Maryland,
at
that I used to
night. So he had his pick of any and everybody and usually took them all. I mean...
work. She makes it sound a lot more risque than
No,
it
I
was.
know the stories. I've heard him talk with his friends back here.
No, I'll tell you, it's much better now. Love is involved. I keep going back to that word, and I hope people don't think I'm corny for using it, but it's the only word I can find to use. It works. It works with love, and it didn't before.
All right, good morning. You're on the air.
Good morning. I'd like to know how Cher views the relationship between Georgia and Craig.
I think she's tickled pink. At least she acts like it, and she says that I have never looked better.
Which is very true.
Yeah.
What does she think of you being a singer? And she is also a
You know, when she came to see me perform, and she didn't know that I could do it, and when I finished singing, I was on stage, and she turned to Craig and she said, I didn't know Mom could sing that good.
You know, it's funny, in all the years that she's been an enormous star, nobody has ever known their mother was the person who taught her how to sing. Everybody felt Sonny put her on stage and taught her how to sing. Well, Sonny gave her the backing, and Sonny gave her the reinforcement and the professional fortitude to stand on stage and sing, but her mother gave her her voice. And I'll be very pleased when the record comes out and people see where her daughter got her voice from.
What kind of a relationship do you have with Cher and with Georganne?
It's obviously, as I've said on other shows, it's not a father-daughter relationship. It couldn't be. I love the kids quite a bit. I view them now as my kids after a long period of time. It was very hard for both of them to identify with me. But I get along with them very well. Every once in a while it takes a little...
He's very strict with them.
Yeah,
he's very strict.
I've
never been strict with them.
I require a lot of respect for Georgia from her children. And when I don't get it,
I spoiled both my children.
You don't spank.
I think they respect me more than love me. And that's what I would rather have at this point. I'm concerned with Georgia's love and their respect. And if they give her the respect that she is due, then everything's fine.
Well, we want to wish you lots of luck in Dallas. We can't wait to hear it.
Austin.
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 What did I
Texas.
say? Oh, I'm sorry. I meant Texas. Pardon me. I missed the city. But the album, there'll be an album?
There'll be an album coming out. The single will be coming out in September.
First in September.
And then the album will follow in January.
What's a single?
Single record.
I know that, but what's it called? What's the title?
The title is There Is No Sunshine in My Life. And it's so beautiful.
It's a beautiful song.
I sing it and I almost cry every time I sing it.
But
It's so
there is
beautiful.
sunshine.
But the song is gorgeous.
How does it go? One line. Go ahead.
I I can't do it really.
Can't do it. We've promised.
That's right. I can't
All right. Well,
Nice
maybe
try,
after it's
Richard.
released, you'll come back and do it for us.
I will.
Okay?
I will.
We'd like
I'd love to.
Thank you.